Coal-fired power stations, polluting relics of the UK's industrial past. These days, they generate a tiny percentage of the country's electricity. But the national grid, which is charged with keeping the lights on, likes to have some on standby to help prevent blackouts when it's very cold and wind power generation is low.
We've been looking at the risk associated with Russia's continued invasion of Ukraine. One of the things that the Secretary of State has asked us to do is to talk to the coal units that we used in a similar manner last winter to see whether we could secure their availability for this winter.
But it seems that might not be so simple. Here's the picture last winter when the National Grid had 5 coal units on emergency standby. 2 here at EDF's West Burton-A in Nottinghamshire, 1 here at Uniper's Ratcliffe on Soar Power Station nearby, and 2 at Drax in Yorkshire. Between them, these coal units were warmed a number of times just in case, and actually used once during the cold snap in March. But this winter, things are looking much less certain. West Burton-A has closed as planned. It's far too old to stay open. Ratcliffe is going to be used for routine commercial power generation and therefore isn't available for emergencies. And now it appears that Drax, the only real remaining option, is very unlikely to be able to help. In a statement, a spokesperson told Sky News, "As we announced in April, we have closed our coal units at Drax and have started the decommissioning process. Since then, we have had various discussions with government and the National Grid electricity system operator, but we are not in negotiations to extend their availability into the coming winter." The grid says it has plenty of other tools at its disposal to help balance the system. It is likely to keep using its demand flexibility scheme, which pays consumers to use less at times of peak demand. But some believe the rush to phase out coal completely by October next year is a mistake.
We've had situations where there's been low wind output in the summer. It's not just a case that we need these contingencies in the winter. We need all year round to have the tools to manage different weather patterns as the weather becomes more important to the amount of generation that we can produce.
An example of the complexities and challenges involved as the UK continues its transition to clean power. Hannah Thomas-Peter, Sky News.